Hello, my name is Jade Lavina and I am here to do a book talk on the book Too Far by Rich Shapero. So let me tell you a bit about the author. Rich Shapero is a musician and a writer. In 1948, he was born in Los Angeles, California. In 1965, he went to the University of Berkeley to major in English literature. See, after he went to the University of Berkeley, he felt like he needed to work towards something more meaningful. He decided to get a job in the computer industry, and he did fairly well. He had no passion, he had no guide, no one to lead him, and he was in the dark. I think that just how alone he was and how sad he was really inspired this novel. Many of the characters, they're trying to find their place. They're trying to live up to something that they think they need to live up to. They need to fill a certain role in society. One day, it clicked, and he decided that he did not want to work in the computer industry anymore. And that is when he started his first project. The first book he wrote, which was published in 2004, Wild Aminous. The genre of this story is fantasy fiction. The setting takes place in Fairbanks, Alaska, and centers around two families. Robbie's family, which is from a middle class, and Christine's family, which is from a much lower class. The author uses the difference in social classes to differentiate between the two families' different personalities. Robbie's family is very proper, uptight. They have a bunch of set rules. They want everything to be proper. While Christine's family is careless, free, but her mother doesn't care about her as much as she should. The author uses setting change in this novel to differentiate from the happy imagination that the children have in the forest when they take refuge from the harsh realities they have at home. In Robbie's home, it's always very tense, they're always fighting. In Christine's home, the mother and daughter are fighting, but it's more carefree.
There are two major themes in Too Far. The first major theme is growing up is inevitable, and the second major theme is no matter how much you distract yourself, there's no way you can escape the harsh reality. They were the great trees, and this was the great place. At the rear of the grove was a tree unlike the rest. It was short and huddled, and its bark was dark. Its branches hung down, some to the ground. You could crawl inside, and that's what they did. A tent, Robbie said, looking around. Let's sit. They sat with their backs against the thick trunk. Observation that this story makes about life are quite depressing. Life doesn't always turn out the way you hope, and taking refuge in a fantasy land won't erase the harsh reality. My favorite character in this story would have to be Christine. She's a 6-year-old girl who's very thin and very pretty, and she has short, brown, curly hair. She is one of the main protagonists within this story. Her character is round and dynamic, and she's very passionate about Robbie and Too Far, which is the forest that they imagine. Christine is very one with nature. Her favorite place is the perfect place, which is a grassy meadow. A nice family of 3 moves to an open neighborhood in Fairbanks, Alaska. Their 6-year-old Robbie befriends Christine. These two form a bond by seeking refuge in their shared imagination in the forest behind both of their houses. These two grow closer bond. Their parents are slowly losing their grip on reality. Christine's mother is losing her mind, while Robbie's parents are slowly separating. They venture further and further into their imagination, but summer's ending. They need to decide whether to commit to the harsh reality or succumb to the demands of their perfect world. I personally really enjoyed this book, and I would rate it 4 out of 5 stars. And please, if you would like to find out more about these fantastic characters in this fantasy book, please go pick up yourself a copy of Too Far by Rich Shapero. Thank you for watching.